Hey folks, Pastor Jordan coming to you from the hills of West Glenville here today, and I'm bringing you this week's sermon preview as we prepare for worship on Sunday. We'll be worshiping both in person and online. If you feel comfortable joining us for worship and you're feeling good and you're able to follow all the protocols, then please, you are welcome to join us for in-person worship on Sunday at 10 a.m. Also, if you would prefer to worship online, you can join us right here on this YouTube channel on Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Just sign in and we'll be streaming the service live for you to participate that way. So we look forward to worshiping with you, however it might be that we are gathered for worship. It is a blessing in whichever form it takes, and so we're thankful for that. Also, Sunday, following worship, we will be having our annual congregational meeting. It'll be a little different. We're going to be outside in the parking lot behind the pavilion, or over by the pavilion, not behind it, down in the snow. No, we'll be in the parking lot near the pavilion so that you can attend, even if you would be concerned about being indoors with other folks. That's why we've chosen to do it that way, to remove any barriers from anyone that wanted to come and be a part of it. So that will be on Sunday following worship. We'll do it right around noon out in the parking lot behind the church. So please come on out for that. We will present the budget that we have approved through consistory. It's a little different this year, but it's a budget nonetheless, and it will see that we are able to do ministry in this coming year. And we also have a slate of consistory members up for election, and so we'll be doing that. As well as a chance for you to see all the reports from all the different consistory members, and if you have any questions or anything like that, you can check in then. The materials for that will be sent out a little bit later today, so look for those either this evening or first thing tomorrow. You should be able to see all of that stuff, along with the worship materials for this service this coming Sunday. So that's what's going on this week with that, and we look forward to being able to do that meeting that way so that we can continue our work in ministry into this new year. As for worship on Sunday, we are continuing in the Gospel of Luke, and we're going to hear the story of the first disciples that are called. And we know that part well. From now on, you'll fish for people, right? And the idea of these fishermen that are otherwise leading a fairly simple life, being by the shore, doing their work that they're comfortable with, that they're accustomed to, and then Jesus Christ coming in to kind of shake that up and invite them into something different, something that's maybe not going to be quite so simple, and not going to be something that will be filled with the same familiarities that they have grown so accustomed to. And it makes me think about us, doesn't it? That in responding to the call of Jesus Christ to follow Christ wherever that might lead, we are sometimes led into uncomfortable places. This past year, we've all experienced those discomforts in many different ways. The challenges of things being unfamiliar, of new normals, of what seems like chaos all around us at times, and it's difficult, and we are surrounded by this sort of swirling whirlwind all the time, and we are also called to be people who proclaim the good news of a kingdom, and sometimes good news is hard to come by for us. We've all felt that way in this last year, haven't we? And so we're going to listen to a particular part of the story where Jesus instructs the disciples to go out and cast their nets out into the deep water. Here they are, they know where they like to fish, and he says, now you got to go to this other spot, go to this deep water. And so we're going to look at that. What deep waters are we called into by Jesus Christ? And are we comfortable going out into those deep waters? Put your nets out into the deep waters. So what deep waters are in your life? What are those things that Jesus is calling you to change where you're casting that net? What is that uncomfortable place that Jesus Christ is asking you to step out into? What does that look like for you? And what does that look like for us as a congregation? We're still in the first month of the year, although we're getting on in the days on the calendar. But in this new year and this new normal and this new season of life, as things are changing, as we're hopeful that maybe vaccines might help with the pandemic, or numbers might get better, as we're filled with many hopes, there's still some discomfort. And how do we follow Christ through all of this? How do we be like those disciples and take those nets and cast them out into the deeper waters? Well, that's what we'll talk about on Sunday when we gather for worship, either in person or here on this YouTube channel. And thank you so much for your continued participation in the ministries of this congregation in whatever way that might be. May the Lord be with you the rest of this day. God bless. Bye-bye.